You cannot implement the OBC reservation in Panchayat Raj elections. What is going to happen, whether they are going to get OBC reservation or not? Backward class people, they don't want to get the jobs. They don't want that OBC people should come in the power. They want Manuwad in this country. The suspension of the OBC reservation was not lifted due to the non-cooperation of central government. That we have fought for the OBC reservation and will continue to do so. I'm very happy to hear several leaders' views on OBC backward class people's problems. I'm happy that they are trying their level best, fighting tooth and nail to get the justice for them. I'm also honored and delighted to be a part of this event, which is organized by many backward classes organizations. I congratulate DMK President and Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Honorable M.K. Stalin-ji for his victory in Supreme Court on OBC medical reservations. The Union government decision to provide a 27% reservation for OBC in All India quota for undergraduate and postgraduate medical and dental courses is a victory of all of you. It's a significant victory for all the people and OBCs in India connected to social justice. This is a crucial phase in the history of social justice. By considering the welfare of the backward class of the country, DMK presented the side of this matter in the Supreme Court and argued about this initiative and won. You fought a legal battle in Madras High Court and Supreme Court, and the OBC class had a great day. Honorable Stalin-ji, you consistently fought for the OBC community in the Supreme Court in this regard. You played a significant role in getting a 27% reservation to the OBC community in medical and dental admissions. Mahatma Jyotirao Phule, Savitribai Phule, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, Periyar Swamiji, Anna, they all devoted their whole life for upliftment of the backward class. Stalin-ji, your father, Lord Karunanidhi, also spent whole life and fought for the backward class to get justice. Following his footsteps, you are also serving the backward classes and working very hard for them. We must also thank our friend, senior Advocate Wilson, who is fighting in the Supreme Court for OBC reservations. He has consistently raised the issue, be it in Madras High Court or in the Supreme Court. He has stood by the case firmly in the court. We are all fighting a court battle for the Supreme Court stay on the OBC reservations in Panchayat Raj. In last March 21, Supreme Court has said that without triple test, said in the Krishnamurthy case, you cannot implement the OBC reservation in Panchayat Raj elections. It's okay to keep it under 50%. It's easy, okay, we agree with that. But they said that you collect the empirical data of your OBCs and prove. Now how to prove? The census is altogether a responsibility of the central government. Now in Maharashtra, some elections of the Panchayat Samiti already held without the reservation of OBCs. And in the coming February and March, Mumbai Municipal Corporation, big corporations and the district bodies elections are there. We are very much worried what is going to happen, whether they are going to get OBC reservation or not. Advocate Wilson is also appeared in Supreme Court for this cause on behalf of our Mahatma Phule Samta Parishad. His argument has given us some relief in the last hearing. So I'm confident that the reservation of OBCs in Panchayat Raj will be soon restored. OBC reservation has been disrupted in all Panchayat Raj institutions. And who is responsible for this? I am of the opinion that some of the people in this country are trying to bring Manuwad in this country again. They don't want to give education to the backward class people. They don't want to give the jobs. They don't want that OBC people should come in the power. They want Manuwad in this country. After cancelling the OBC reservation in Panchayat Raj institutions, we immediately made several lawyers, leaders in Delhi and began to fight good battles on behalf of the Akhil Bharatiya Mahatma Police Samta Prasha. As I said, senior advocate, under your guidance, Mr. P. Wilson filed an intervention petition. We met many leaders in Delhi and Maharashtra and discussed the matter. We demanded empirical data from the central to save the OBC reservation in the court. However, the suspension of the OBC reservation was not lifted due to the non-cooperation of central government. The government of Maharashtra is fighting judicially political battles in the same manner the way Honorable Stalin-ji, you and your all associates are fighting. Maharashtra government is of the opinion that there should not be any Panchayat Raj election without OBC reservations. In that regard, we made petition in the Supreme Court. The reason for placing all this in front of you today is that we have fought for the OBC reservation and will continue to do so. Not giving representation to such large community would be the biggest injustice. Stalin-ji, you are a ray of hopes for all of us. The whole OBC community in the country. We all are with you. We are all with you in this cause. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Can there be a justice without liberty? Even after 72 years of republic, which we are celebrating today, there are atrocities on the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, other backward classes, and molestation and rape of women. This is all due to the wretched Brahminical mindset prevailing in the society. The constitution has cast upon the duty on the ruling class to destroy the Brahminical social order and establish a society based on liberty, equality, fraternity, and justice. This class of politicians who have ruled this country have miserably failed to achieve this goal. Second important thing I would like to mention is that the other backward classes are still not getting their due share in the educational institutions and the public employment after the promulgation of the Constitution. The Supreme Court went petition, throwing the ball to the government that to provide adequate representation to the OBCs, there should be a quantifiable data. The government at the center has refused to collect data through caste census and provide to the court on the ground that the caste will perpetuate. Both the institutions on which the responsibility cast upon for throwing the ball in each other's court. Sum and substance is that the people heading these institutions are determined not to provide justice to the other backward classes on the principle of equality of opportunity in the public employment. I would like to request the honorable members of the parliament who are present here and sit in the most important institution, that is parliament, must make a fervent plea that the caste census must be made to provide justice not only to the OBC but to every section of the society in proportion to their population. If they do not do it, it will be construed that our own members of parliament have failed to protect our interests for which they have been elected to the parliament. The third point which I wanted to make is coming to the interpretation of the Article 16(4) of the Constitution. I want to say that the Supreme Court is misinterpreting the Constitution rather than interpreting it with the spirit of the Constitution. The Constitution is framed to provide justice to those who have been denied it for the ages. When it comes to provide justice to them on the principle of equality, it cannot be interpreted restrictively. Such a restrictive interpretation shall amount to negation of the Constitution itself. I therefore say that the 50% restriction imposed by the judicial pronouncement is wrong, and every section of the society should get their due share in the public employment in proportion to the population. When I say this, I am aware what Dr. Ambedkar has said in the Constituent Assembly. If I am not wrong, what was said, what he said, deposing trust in the judiciary, that the judges will be intellectually honest to the Constitution, but it seems that his trust is belied. I am of the opinion that 10% reservation provided to the so-called weaker section of the society, society is anti-constitutional without any data. I have filed a writ petition in the Supreme Court against it, but it was not stayed, whereas when it comes to the rights of OBC, the Supreme Court insisting on data. Lastly, I say that the appointment of judges in the Supreme Court and the High Court through collegium system is wrong. Justice will never be done to the SC, ST, OBCs and minorities in the appointment of judges under this system. In fact, if we read debate on draft article 103 of the Constitution, which is Article 124 of the Constitution, Dr. Ambedkar has rejected word concurrence when the amendments were filed by the members of the Constituent Assembly, and retained word consultation in his draft on the ground that the Chief Justice is after all a human being and he has all weaknesses and prejudices, and therefore the powers which the Constituent Assembly is giving to the government of the day and the president should not be given to the Chief Justice of India. He has therefore left no scope for the interpretation to the judiciary. Despite this, the Supreme Court has interpreted the word consultation as concurrence and taken the power of appointment of judges in their hand. I feel it is by design and nothing else. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity and listening to me patiently.
With due regard to all the participants in this webinar, I would like to give vote of thanks to all the participants, and especially respected Honorable M.K. Stalin, who is the model for us to lead the social justice in our country. Honorable Justice Sachariya, who addressed the welcome note in this webinar, is the leader of Social Revolution Alliance. His work towards social justice cannot be forgotten. Acting as Chairman National Backward Commission, and now as the founder of All India Backward Communities Federation. Mr. P. Wilson has played a key role getting the reservation in NEET. The government of Tamil Nadu, fighting all issue before the Supreme Court and the High Court is well addressed by Mr. P. Wilson. His contribution towards this achievement is a landmark, and he has a special vote of thanks from us that as per his utmost ability, he was fighting before the High Court and the Supreme Court. Each and everybody is making effort to social justice, which is being ignored nowadays by the ruling party of this country. The agenda of RSS is silently, impliedly, is being forwarded and thereby curbing the rights of backward classes. I would like to thank all the participants in this webinar. They are being addressing their views which are common to all, and all are making efforts, but even then the ruling party is ignoring and making hurdles in our way. So we have to fight with a collaboration of all the social organizations, not only social organizations, but all the political parties favoring the social justice. Social Revolution Alliance is a organization of all the social organizations, and we are making effort that all the social organizations working on the issues of social justice should unitedly come on single munch and to raise the collective voice for social justice for the government which is ignoring our rights. Not only this, all the organization has to move towards rural area where we would like to educate or some legal awareness to those persons who are not still knowing about their rights, which are given by Dr. Ambedkar in a pious book of our Constitution. Unless the rural areas are not educated, the social justice, complete social justice will not be achieved. Therefore, giving to all of you the vote of thanks, I will invite all the social organizations to form the Social Revolution Alliance so that a collective voice may be raised. In the last, I would like to thanks to Challenger TV, by which the great publicity is being done for this cause.
नेशनल दस्तक की आपसे गुजारिश है कि अगर इसको बचाना चाहते हैं तो नेशनल दस्तक को सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए रेड कलर के सब्सक्राइब बटन को दबाएं, फिर बेल आइकन की घंटी दबाएं। नेशनल दस्तक को बचाने के लिए बहुत जरूरी है कि हर खबर को शेयर करें, लाइक करें, कमेंट जरूर करें।